How to improve every day. Everyone needs to know life is a relentless force. It moves forward with or without you. It doesn't pause for ideal conditions, nor does it wait for you to feel ready, motivated, or certain. To build a life of success and fulfillment, you must move in harmony with life, making progress every single day. Progress doesn't need to be grandiose or visible to others. It doesn't demand seismic shifts or instant transformations. What it requires is consistency, small, purposeful actions that, over time, compound into extraordinary results. Most people are paralyzed by waiting. They wait for a spark of motivation, the perfect moment, or a wave of confidence to propel them into action. But here's the reality. Motivation is fickle, perfect moments are illusions, and confidence is forged through action, not granted by fate. The most successful individuals aren't those blessed with flawless circumstances. They're the ones who push forward despite fatigue, doubt, or obstacles. So, how do you ensure daily progress, even when life feels overwhelming or results seem distant? This guide explores practical, actionable strategies to make progress a habit, not a hope, and provides a comprehensive roadmap to transform your life through daily discipline. Stop negotiating with yourself. The foundation of daily progress is discipline. And discipline begins by eliminating self-negotiation. Too many people start their day with an internal debate. Should I wake up now or hit snooze? Should I tackle my goals or put them off? This mental bargaining is a trap. It breeds excuses and undermines commitment. Successful people don't waste energy debating whether to act. They act. Their standards are non-negotiable, rooted in commitment, not mood. Your first decision each morning sets the trajectory for the day. Win the morning, and you build momentum that carries you forward. Lose it, and you're more likely to rationalize inaction as the hours pass. To take control, establish non-negotiable habits. Wake up at a consistent time, even if it's just 10 minutes earlier than usual. Move your body, even if it's a 5-minute stretch. Work on your goals, even if it's one small task. These micro-victories cultivate self-respect, the bedrock of confidence. Confidence isn't about innate talent or luck, it's about trusting yourself to follow through. Over time, honoring your commitments rebuilds self-trust. If you've broken promises to yourself, skipping workouts, delaying projects, or procrastinating, you may doubt your reliability. The good news? Every fulfilled commitment, no matter how minor, proves you're dependable. This self-trust becomes a powerful driver, propelling you toward your aspirations. Example, imagine you're aiming to start a podcast. Instead of debating whether to record a full episode, commit to writing one script idea daily. This small act, done consistently, builds momentum and reinforces your identity as a creator. Over weeks, those ideas accumulate into a library of content, paving the way for your first episode. The key is starting small but starting now. Practical steps. Set a non-negotiable wake-up time and stick to it, even on weekends. Choose one morning habit, e.g., journaling, meditating, or exercising, and commit to it for 30 days. When tempted to negotiate, use a mantra like, "I do what I say," to reinforce commitment. Embrace the power of small steps. One of the biggest barriers to progress is the all-or-nothing mindset. Many believe that if they can't do something perfectly, it's not worth doing. This is a dangerous myth. Life is messy, and perfection is unattainable. The secret to daily progress is embracing the principle that something is always better than nothing. Can't do a full workout, do 10 push-ups. Can't write a full chapter, write one sentence. Can't study for hours. Review one concept. Progress is about motion, not magnitude. Even the tiniest step keeps you moving forward. Consider the concept of compounding. Improving by just 1% daily doesn't yield a 365% improvement in a year. It makes you over 37 times better. This exponential growth stems from consistent, incremental actions. Think of progress like planting a seed. It doesn't become a tree overnight, but with daily care, water, sunlight, and patience, it grows into something remarkable. Your goals follow the same logic. Every small action is an investment in your future. Case study. Sarah, a busy mother, wanted to learn graphic design, but felt she had no time. Instead of waiting for 3 hours, she committed to 10 minutes daily on a design app. Over a year, those 10-minute sessions added up to over 60 hours of practice, enabling her to create professional quality work and land freelance gigs. Her small, consistent steps transformed her dream into reality. Practical steps. Identify your one goal and break it into the smallest possible daily action, e.g., 1 push-up, 1 sentence, 1 email. Track your daily actions in a journal or app to visualize your consistency. Celebrate small wins to reinforce the habit of progress. Focus on what you can control. Your attention shapes your reality. If you fixate on what's missing, what's wrong, or what's beyond your control, you waste energy that could fuel progress. Successful people direct their focus toward what they can influence. They don't dwell on setbacks or external barriers. They seek actionable steps forward. Ask yourself daily, what can I do today to move closer to my goals? This question shifts your mindset from excuses to opportunities. For example, if you're building a business, you can't control whether a client signs a deal, but you can control how many outreach emails you send or how much you refine your product. If you're pursuing fitness, you can't control how fast you see results, but you can control your meals and workout frequency. By prioritizing effort over outcomes, you reclaim agency. Consistent effort, over time, delivers results, but it begins with focusing wisely. Example: John, an aspiring writer, couldn't control whether publishers accepted his manuscript, but he could control his writing output. He committed to 200 words daily, focusing on what he could do. Within a year, he had a completed novel and multiple short stories, which eventually led to a publishing deal. His focus on effort, not external validation, drove his progress. Practical steps. Create a daily control list of 3 tasks you can influence that align with your goals. When faced with an obstacle, ask, what's one thing I can do right now? Practice mindfulness to stay present and avoid dwelling on uncontrollable factors. Act decisively, without hesitation. Hesitation is the enemy of progress. The longer you ponder an action, the more likely you are to talk yourself out of it. How many opportunities have you missed because you waited too long to speak up, apply, or act? Progress requires decisiveness, not perfection. You don't need all the answers to move forward. You just need to take the next step. To overcome hesitation, shorten the gap between thought and action. Use the 5-second rule. When you feel the urge to act, count down from 5 and move. This bypasses overthinking and builds a habit of action. For instance, if you're hesitant to start a workout, count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and do 1 jumping jack. This small act breaks the inertia, making it easier to continue. Action generates confidence, not the other way around. Many assume they need to feel confident before acting, but confidence emerges from doing. The more you act, the more capable you feel, creating a virtuous cycle. Consider public speaking. The first speech is daunting, but each one builds confidence, making the next easier. Progress follows the same pattern. Each step forward reduces fear and builds momentum. Example: Maria wanted to start a blog, but feared criticism. Using the 5-second rule, she counted down and published her first post. The positive feedback she received boosted her confidence, leading to a consistent posting schedule and a growing audience. Her decisive action sparked her progress. Practical steps. Practice the 5-second rule for 1 week to build a habit of quick action. Identify one area where you hesitate, e.g., emailing a client, starting a task, and apply the rule daily. Reflect on past hesitations to recognize their cost and reinforce the value of decisiveness. Build discipline. Through repetition, discipline is the backbone of progress, sustaining you when motivation fades. Motivation is a spark. It can ignite action, but it's fleeting. Discipline, however, is the fuel that carries you through tough days. How do you build discipline? By doing the hard things even when you don't feel like it. Each time you push through resistance, you strengthen your resolve. Discipline grows through repetition. The first time you wake up at 5 a.m., it's grueling. The 10th time, it's manageable. The 100th time, it's automatic. Habits are powerful because they transform effort into routine. To build strong habits, start with 1 or 2 key actions aligned with your goals. Commit to doing them daily, no matter what. Over time, these habits become part of your identity, making progress effortless. Case study. Tom, a software developer, wanted to improve his coding skills but struggled with consistency. He committed to solving 1 coding problem daily, even on busy days. After 6 months, he had solved over 180 problems, significantly boosting his expertise and landing a promotion. His disciplined repetition turned small actions into big results. Practical steps. Choose 1 habit to build, e.g., 10 minutes of reading, 5 minutes of exercise, and commit to it for 30 days. Use a habit tracker to monitor your streak and stay accountable. Pair your new habit with an existing routine, e.g., meditate after brushing your teeth, to make it stick. 6. Detach actions from emotions. Most people let emotions dictate their actions. If they don't feel like working, they procrastinate. If they're tired, they skip their goals. But successful people operate differently. They act based on commitment, not feelings. Emotions are temporary, but results come from consistency. To make daily progress, you must learn to act regardless of how you feel. This doesn't mean ignoring emotions. It means not letting them control you. If you're unmotivated, acknowledge it, then ask, "What's one small thing I can do anyway?" Maybe it's writing 1 sentence instead of a full page, or doing a 5-minute walk instead of a gym session. By acting despite your emotions, you train your mind to prioritize commitment over comfort. Example, Lisa, a freelancer, often felt too drained to pitch new clients. Instead of waiting for motivation, she committed to sending 1 pitch daily, regardless of her mood. Over time, her consistent outreach led to a steady stream of projects, proving that action, not emotion, drives results. Practical steps. When you feel unmotivated, commit to a minimum viable action, e.g., 1 sentence, 1 rep. Use a timer to work for just 5 minutes on a task. Often, starting is enough to keep going. Reflect nightly on how acting despite emotions moved you forward. Set clear, measurable goals. Without direction, effort is wasted. Many lack progress not because they're lazy, but because they lack clarity. Vague aspirations like, "I want to be successful" or "I want to get fit" lead to aimless drifting. To make daily progress, set specific, measurable goals. Instead of saying, "I want to learn coding," commit to completing 1 coding lesson daily. Instead of, "I want to save money," aim to save $10 weekly. Specific goals provide a roadmap. Breaking big dreams into manageable steps, they keep you focused and motivated. Tracking progress is equally critical. What gets measured gets improved. Use a journal, app, or spreadsheet to log your daily actions. Focus on effort, not just outcomes. For example, if you're building a YouTube channel, track how many videos you record, not just how many views you get. This reinforces accountability and highlights your growth. Case study. Alex wanted to run a marathon but felt overwhelmed. He set a goal to run 3 times weekly, increasing his distance by 10% monthly. He tracked his runs in a log, noting distance and time. Within a year, he completed his first marathon, proving the power of clear, measurable goals. Practical steps. Write down 1 specific goal and break it into daily actions, e.g., read 10 pages instead of read more. Track your actions daily using a simple tool like a notebook or app. Review your progress weekly to adjust your goals and stay on track. Design a progress-friendly environment. Your environment shapes your behavior more than you realize. If you're surrounded by distractions, negativity, or clutter, progress becomes a constant struggle. To make daily progress easier, craft an environment that supports your goals. Want to eat healthier? Stock your kitchen with whole foods and remove junk. Want to write more? Create a distraction-free workspace with no notifications. Want to stay focused? Use apps to block social media during work hours. Your social environment is equally vital. The people around you influence your mindset and habits. Surround yourself with individuals who inspire, challenge, and support you. If you're constantly with complainers, you'll adopt their negativity. If you're with driven, positive people, their energy will elevate you. Be selective about your circle. They shape your standards and progress. Example: Emma struggled to study for her exams due to a noisy household. She created a quiet study corner, used noise-canceling headphones, and joined a study group with motivated peers. Her focused environment and supportive circle boosted her grades significantly. Practical steps: identify one environmental distraction, e.g., phone notifications, and eliminate it for a week. Create a dedicated space for your key goal, e.g., a desk for writing, a gym corner for workouts. Connect with one person who shares your goals for mutual accountability. Recover quickly from setbacks. Life is unpredictable, and setbacks are inevitable. You'll face days when plans unravel, missed deadlines, failed attempts, or unexpected challenges. The key to daily progress is resilience. Don't let one bad day spiral into a bad week. If you veer off track, return to your habits immediately. Progress isn't about avoiding failure, it's about refusing to stay stuck. Treat setbacks as feedback, not defeat. If you miss a goal, ask, what went wrong? How can I adjust? This mindset transforms obstacles into growth opportunities. The most successful people aren't immune to failure, they're masters at bouncing back. Every day offers a fresh chance to choose progress over stagnation. Example: Mark, an entrepreneur, lost a major client, derailing his business plan. Instead of giving up, he analyzed what went wrong, adjusted his strategy, and reached out to new prospects the next day. His quick recovery led to even bigger opportunities. Practical steps: after a setback, write down one lesson learned and one action to take next. If you miss a habit, do it the next day without exception to avoid a longer lapse. Practice self-compassion. Forgive yourself and focus on the next step. 10. Align actions with your long-term vision. Progress isn't just about staying busy. It's about moving in the right direction. You can work hard daily, but if your actions don't align with your long-term vision, you're wasting energy. Imagine rowing a boat with all your strength, only to realize you're fighting the current. To ensure your efforts are effective, regularly reflect on your direction. Ask, are my daily actions moving me closer to my ultimate goals? Reflection keeps you on course. Dedicate time weekly to evaluate your progress. Are you prioritizing what matters most? Are distractions or misaligned tasks creeping in? This practice is like a pilot adjusting their flight path mid-journey. It ensures you reach your destination. By pairing action with reflection, you make progress both consistent and purposeful. Case study. Rachel dreamed of becoming a chef but spent hours on unrelated tasks. She began weekly reflections, ensuring her daily actions, like practicing recipes or studying culinary techniques, aligned with her vision. Within 2 years, she opened her own restaurant, thanks to her focused alignment. Practical steps. Write down your long-term vision and identify 3 daily actions that support it. Schedule a 10-minute weekly reflection to assess your alignment. Eliminate one task that doesn't serve your vision to free up energy. Master energy management. Time management is crucial, but energy management is transformative. You can have endless hours, but if you're exhausted, distracted, or unmotivated, you'll accomplish little. To make daily progress, optimize your energy through healthy habits. Eat nutrient-rich foods, exercise regularly, sleep 7 to 8 hours, and stay hydrated. These basics fuel your focus and performance. Mental energy is equally critical. Protect your mind from negativity, doubt, and distractions. Be mindful of the media you consume, the conversations you engage in, and the thoughts you entertain. Constant exposure to pessimism or drama saps your drive. Instead, feed your mind with inspiration, knowledge, and positivity. Surround yourself with people who uplift you and ideas that push you to grow. Example: David, a teacher, felt drained after long days. He started eating balanced meals, taking short walks, and limiting social media. His renewed energy improved his teaching and allowed him to start a side project, writing educational content. Practical steps. Track your energy levels for a week to identify what boosts or drains you. Implement one energy-boosting habit, e.g., drinking more water, taking a nap. Curate your media intake. Replace negative news with uplifting podcasts or books. Cultivate patience and gratitude. Progress demands patience. Many abandon their goals because results don't come quickly, but success is never instant. Think of a bamboo tree. For years it shows no growth above ground, but its roots spread silently. Then it surges upward. Your efforts work similarly. Every action builds a foundation, even if results aren't visible yet. To stay committed, practice gratitude. Each day, reflect on what you've achieved, however small. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's possible. It reminds you that progress is a journey, not a sprint. When you appreciate your growth, you're more likely to persist, even when the path feels long. Case study. Anna, a painter, felt discouraged by slow sales. She began a daily gratitude practice, noting small wins like completing a canvas or receiving feedback. This mindset kept her motivated, leading to a breakthrough gallery exhibition. Practical steps. Write down one thing you're grateful for each day related to your progress. When impatient, remind yourself of the bamboo tree analogy to stay focused. Share your gratitude with a friend to reinforce positivity. Chantwan. Raise your standards define your life. What you tolerate, accept, and expect from yourself shapes your outcomes. If you tolerate inconsistency or settle for mediocrity, your progress will stall. Successful people set high standards, not for external validation, but for personal growth. They don't accept half-hearted effort. They demand excellence. Ask, what are my standards? Am I holding myself to a level of discipline and effort that drives real progress? If not, raise the bar. Commit to showing up fully even when it's tough. Strive for consistency, not perfection. Over time, high standards become your default, propelling you toward extraordinary results. Example. James, a photographer, refused to settle for average shots. He studied lighting daily and critiqued his work ruthlessly. His high standards led to a portfolio that won international awards. Practical steps. Identify one area where you've settled, e.g., sloppy work, skipped habits, and raise your standard. Model someone with high standards and adopt one of their habits. Review your standards monthly to ensure they align with your goals. Balance. Effort with rest isn't the opposite of progress. It's a critical component. You can't sustain peak performance without recovery. Burnout reduces productivity, creativity, and motivation. To make daily progress, incorporate intentional rest into your routine. This isn't about laziness, it's about recharging to perform at your best. Think of rest like an athlete's recovery phase. Muscles grow stronger during rest, and your mind and energy recharge similarly. Schedule short breaks, prioritize sleep, and disconnect from work regularly. This balance creates a sustainable rhythm for long-term progress. Example, Sophie, a startup founder, worked 12-hour days until burnout hit. She began taking 10-minute breaks every 2 hours and 1 full rest day weekly. Her productivity and creativity soared, leading to a successful product launch. Practical steps. Schedule a 5-minute break every hour of focused work to refresh. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep nightly to optimize energy. Plan 1 rest day weekly to recharge mentally and physically. 15. Accelerate progress by giving. Back helping others is a powerful way to grow. Teaching what you've learned, sharing insights, or supporting someone's journey deepens your understanding and reinforces your commitment. Giving back creates a ripple effect. Your progress inspires others, and their growth fuels yours. For example, if you've mastered a skill like coding, mentor a beginner. Explaining concepts clarifies your own knowledge and boosts your confidence. Similarly, volunteering or sharing resources builds a sense of purpose, which drives further progress. Giving doesn't diminish your growth, it amplifies it. Case study. Michael, a fitness coach, started sharing free workout tips online. Teaching others, refined his expertise and grew his client base, accelerating his career. Practical steps. Share one lesson you've learned with a friend or online community. Volunteer 1 hour monthly to support a cause aligned with your goals. Teach a skill you've mastered to reinforce your knowledge. Overcome procrastination with action. Triggers procrastination is a silent killer of progress. It often stems from fear, perfectionism, or overwhelm. To combat it, use action triggers, specific cues that prompt immediate action. For example, place your running shoes by the door to trigger a workout or set a timer to start a task. These triggers bypass resistance and make starting easier. Example, Laura procrastinated on her thesis until she set a trigger. Every morning, she opened her laptop to her document before coffee. This small cue led to daily writing, and she completed her thesis on time. Practical steps. Identify one task you procrastinate on and create a trigger, e.g., lay out gym clothes the night before. Use a timer to work for just 2 minutes to overcome initial resistance. Reward yourself after completing a task to reinforce the habit. 7. Develop a growth mindset. A growth mindset, the belief that you can improve through effort, is essential for daily progress. It enables you to view challenges as opportunities and failures as lessons. Without it, setbacks can derail you. To cultivate a growth mindset, embrace effort, seek feedback, and reframe obstacles as growth opportunities. Example. Chris, a salesman, initially saw rejections as failures. By adopting a growth mindset, he viewed each no as a chance to refine his pitch. His persistence led to record-breaking sales. Practical steps. Replace I can't with I'm learning when facing a challenge. Seek feedback from a mentor or peer to improve one's skill. Read one growth mindset, article or book monthly to reinforce the belief. 8. Plan for long-term success. Daily progress is powerful, but it's most effective when tied to a long-term plan. Without a broader strategy, you risk drifting. Create a 1-year, 5-year, and 10-year vision to guide your daily actions. Break these visions into quarterly and monthly goals to maintain focus. Example, Nina wanted to start a non-profit. She mapped a 5-year plan, setting yearly milestones like fundraising and program launches. Her daily actions, researching grants, networking, aligned with this plan, leading to a thriving organization. Practical steps. Write a 1-year vision and identify 3 monthly goals to support it. Review your long-term plan, quarterly to adjust for new opportunities. Align one daily action with your long-term vision to stay focused. 4. Make progress a lifelong mindset. Progress isn't a destination, it's a way of life. It's not about hitting one goal or basking in a single victory. It's about choosing growth every day, no matter the circumstances. Fulfillment doesn't come from arriving, it comes from evolving into a better, wiser, stronger version of yourself. Some days progress feels effortless, you're energized, focused, and unstoppable. Others feel like a grind, doubts creep in, results lag, and obstacles loom. These tough days define you. Anyone can shine when it's easy, but those who succeed push through when it's hard, when no one's watching, when progress is slow. That's when character is forged, momentum is built, and futures are shaped. Your habits determine your destiny. If you lean on excuses or inconsistency, you'll fall short of your potential. But if you anchor your life in discipline, action, and daily improvement, you'll become unstoppable. Progress isn't about speed, it's about direction. One small step forward is still progress, and those steps compound over time. So ask yourself, what's one thing I can do right now to move forward? Not tomorrow, not next week, today. You don't need another pep talk or perfect plan. You know what needs doing. The only question is, will you do it? An extraordinary life is built one day at a time. Don't wait, don't stop. Move forward no matter what. Your future awaits.